And yes, it's the pretty girl beating up her snuffy mat because it has surrendered all the goodies. But we've recently learned that if you dig like a nut in the middle, you can find the squeaky. Of course, you can just try to tear the whole thing apart. There's that part too. There's the squeakies. Dig, 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 dig. It's good to have one thing that I'm allowed to let her dig on, because everything else, like bedspreads and carpet, tell her no. This is the one thing she's allowed. It's hers. She's allowed to drag it around. She's allowed to dig on it after she's found all the, little bits of kibble that I've hidden in it. And then the wild beastie wrestles the snuffy mat. I've been not feeling so great. She's been having some tummy troubles, but we're still making sure we have plenty of fun and exercise every day, even if we're doing silly things like this, right? Because little things like tummy troubles don't make my goofy girl any less of a clown. She's still a big silly Willy, big silly girl. It would be the size of a small bear. Size of a small, and look, she's gonna sit on me. It just sits on me like it's okay, like she's a lap dog. Like it ain't no thing to just sit on your mother when you weigh 40 pounds. And you're attacking your snuffy mat. But all these other toys you can play with too. But I think you're enjoying killing the stuffy mat. She has a little Woodstock, from Peanuts. She likes playing with him. She has this little pink Kong bone that she likes to play with. But today, I took this out. She hadn't. When I first gave it to her to try to have her use it, as you're supposed to, as a slow feeder, it was like she couldn't be bothered to look through all the little pieces to find the food. But as a toy and as something that she can be rough with, especially because there is nowhere for her to really get out that digging instinct. But for that, it's great. It's got this really solid canvas back. So if she's digging on it, she's not destroying what's underneath it, like me. She's going to sit on me. We're very comfortable with each other. Can you tell? Yes. She has no problem with just like sitting without thinking like, maybe she doesn't want my big old fuzzy butt in her face. Right? We don't worry about those things. So Percy is, I am a couple days after getting my second COVID shot. Finally feeling better. I had about 2 days of feeling a little kind of rough, and she's getting over, like I said, some tummy troubles that we're working on figuring out what exactly in the food she can't have, and but as you can see, she's feeling fine, and she's not letting any of this get her down, and she is very much mommy's girl. We hang out and have playtime either in her room or in my room, and of course then she goes outside and plays on the long lead out in the field with Patrick. So even on days that I'm not feeling great, she still gets plenty to do. And we make sure that body and that mind are kept busy, right? Because we've learned nobody wants a poodle that's bored. They do terrible things. Terrible things, right? She's a good girl. She's a good girl. We're still working on that puppy teething, but she's gotten so much better from when she first started. That it's like when I think back to a month ago, how I couldn't, my hands were like a bloody mess, and now it's a rare once in a while that she forgets, and I have to remind her, and I'll just, right now, I'll say it wrong, she's wrong something she shouldn't be, and then she will look for an alternative that is something that she can chew on, and that she knows she's allowed to play with. And I'll say, good decision, good job. When she picks the right thing to do. She just learned today that she can make the center of the pad squeak if she pushes on it with her feet. So she's totally into it. Right? We are totally into making the middle of this thing squeak. Excuse you, my hand. Just telling everyone how much you don't bite. Where's the middle? There it is. And dragging off the scene here is the snuffy pad. And my little maniac, who, as you can see, is gorgeous and is doing well. And just showing you that even if you're sick or, as you know, if you've watched my other videos, I am disabled. I do have some chronic illnesses. And I do have some days where I don't have a lot of energy. But my baby here still needs to get exercise even on those days. And sometimes you got to get creative on how the playing and exercise and spending time together works out. It might not always be playing ball out in the field or, really rough tug of war. Like today, my balance isn't very good. So me playing tug of war standing up would be disastrous. But we can tug on a rope toy, lying down. And I have to say, she's sort of intuitive. She seems to realize, my son, she'll, jump up and play rough with him standing up. She seems to be starting to realize that Mommy, will play rough more, sitting down. If I'm sitting leaning against the wall or in her room, if I'm sitting on the floor or here on my bed, if I'm lying down, that we'll play tug of war and stuff. But she seems to be understanding that she can't jump on me, and play rough with me standing up the way that she can with my 18-year-old son, who she she likes to really get rough and tumble with. Sometimes he has to remind her to tone it down a little. But because she's got the, total baby enthusiasm, but growing into a rather large body quickly. She was about 30 pounds at her most recent checkup. And she's just 5 months old now. So she's getting big. She's doing good. And thanks for watching. And subscribe. I know it's the most unflattering angle of me, but I'm not the star of the video here. This pretty girl here. This pretty girl is a star. And just figured you hadn't gotten a good video of her, my little angel, Mommy's little angel, recently. And, subscribe, let me know what you do with your dog if it's either bad weather or you're not feeling good, or how do you keep them entertained and exercised, especially if they're young or, are both being a puppy and being a standard poodle. They're both, puppies are high energy and standard poodles are a high energy breed, so you gotta come up with creative ways to keep them busy, even if maybe you're not having your best day or maybe the weather's keeping you in. So, in the comments, let me know what you do to keep your dog exercised and keep them mentally busy. She had her meals out of her Kong, the Kong wobbler feeder, which makes her take some time to slow down and play with it to get her food. Something else we do when, just to kind of extend playtime and busy time. And, of course, we can go back to beating this up now. Again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my girl here as she's getting bigger and just more and more personality coming out of her. Have a great day.